right, welcome back. Just like I said, we're back, we're ready to do the preparation piece for enlightenment. Very excited, I'm glad to see you here. And if you haven't checked out my first video, in that video we kind of established what enlightenment is. So if you haven't looked at that, go check it out. Just type in Jason's journey in the search for enlightenment and look for the guy with the guitar. Don't worry, I'm not playing the guitar. I just kind of have it hanging out in the background because, we love rock and roll around there. Check it out. I could go through everything about kind of establish what enlightenment is and the way that we're talking about. So that way it'll give you a good idea. That's why I'm kind of doing these things in steps so that you can go from episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and it really brings you along on our journey, on our path towards enlightenment. Now, one of the things that makes this different is that this enlightenment that I'm talking about is right here, right now. It's not something that's thousands of years in the past and you have to be into some certain religion for 25, 30 years and, I'm not going to sit here all bug-eyed and tell you what enlightenment is and how wonderful it is and why you need to attain it or think that I'm like something special because I've been to this place. It's none of that. In fact, enlightenment for me has very little to do with the spirit world. And I kind of go into that on my last one. There's the world of the spirit, the world of the flesh. Yes, the enlightenment that I talk about, it is a spiritual awakening. So you do have to be aware of the spirit world and whatnot, but you apply that knowledge in this world, in the world of the flesh. Otherwise, it's, you can tell people that hang out too long in the spirit world and are too wrapped up in things of the spirit, they're off their chain a little bit, and it's like, whatever, I'm not judging anybody, you do what you like, but for now, we focus primarily on this world, and we'll get into all that later too, like what is reality, we establish what is enlightenment, we'll talk about the importance of reality, we're going to talk about everything, we're going to talk about God and religion and all that. So I know that people kind of get into enlightenment and want to be all spiritual about it and think that they're going to attain some great gift in the spirit world and it's going to make them have some kind of superpower. That's not what I do, and that's not what this thing's all about. And you'll see, man, like I said, you got to stick around to the end to really find out the power of this knowledge and what it's used for and how to apply that knowledge. It's very important. Anyway, the first part that we're going to do is talk a little bit about exercise. I know, it seems boring. Oh my God, we're supposed to be learning about enlightenment and you're talking about exercise? Well, that's where it all begins, exercise. And you need to be physically healthy, you need to be mentally healthy, you need to be spiritually healthy, and you need to bring all those together in order to be successful in attaining enlightenment. I know maybe it sounds a little boring, but trust me, stick with me, it's not. There's no greater gift than to be healthy. Physically healthy, mentally healthy, it's one of the greatest treasures in life. It truly is. So, this is an absolute blessing. Now, this is going to be easier for some people and obviously harder for others. And there's always levels to it. You got to kind of know where to start. For me, I'm into biohacking. I'm a little bit older, but I'm in great shape. I'm not like in superb physical condition, but I'm in good shape. And again, for me, I like biohacking. I'm very busy. I work 75, 80 hours a week. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. So my exercise routine is basically, I'll just, wherever I'm at, it takes 5 minutes. I'll drop down, I'll do 10 of the mountain climber push-ups, or some people call them Navy SEAL push-ups, 10 squats, and 10 burpees, you know, and all within like 5 minutes or something. And for me, it gets my heart going. It keeps my body, you know, pretty strong. And I could do that 2, maybe 3 times a day. And then after you get up to 2 or 3 times a day, and once it starts to become easier, then you got to push yourself a little more. And so maybe do 15, and then maybe do 20. So that's what kind of works for me. And, you know, we like to mix it up, do different things. You know, you could go bike riding, kayaking, roller skating, whatever you're into. Incorporate that in, you know, kind of have fun with it, but on a daily, for this daily habit, you really need to incorporate exercise daily. It's so important for keeping your energy up. It's so important for brain health. It creates wonderful endorphins. It makes you happy. It gets you motivated, and it's the start. So you really got to be honest with yourself here. If you're lazy, you gotta not be lazy. You know, you gotta push yourself. And I know there's many different things that people use as excuses and whatnot. Maybe you're already overweight, so your body's always telling you you're tired or you're hungry. You got a stressful job, you know, you're not happy with your personal life, you know, whatever it is. It's you got to get over those excuses. Excuses are nothing but weakness personified. It's weakness and ignorance personified, and nobody wants to be that. That's not you. It's just these excuses coming into play, and you got to get over that. And once you develop these positive habits, you know, it becomes a lot easier. You just incorporate it into your daily life, but you really have to be honest with yourself. If you can get somebody to help you with this, then that's wonderful. I would say get a personal trainer, family, friend, husband, wife, brother, sister, whatever it is. Get somebody to help you. If you got to go online on Facebook, there's all kinds of wonderful programs there where people are inspiring each other, and you can share your progress with each other and all that. So, you know, you got to make it happen, and you got to be honest with yourself, and you got to set the routine up for yourself. Again, if you need help from me, just reach out in the comments below. I check all my comments. I usually reply to all the comments. You know, I do the best I can. I'm here for you, to help you to attain enlightenment, so we could all join together and make this thing happen. So, I mean, if I could kind of give you a little example, I mean, just imagine what it would be like if somebody walked in off the street and entered into let's say an NCAA wrestling tournament. What do you think the chances are that you would not only just win a match, but that you would take first place? It would never happen. It can't happen. There's no way you could walk in off the street and beat an NCAA wrestler in a championship match. It won't happen. You know, you don't have the right mental preparation, you don't have the right physical preparation, you don't have the right people around you, you don't have the right, you know, mental toughness, you don't have the right attitude. You can't do it. Trust me. It would never happen. Just like somebody who may be a good street fighter or whatever, you're not going to walk into the ring and beat a world champion. It's just not going to happen. You know, you need to prepare to compete at that level. And this is the same thing, you know. It's like you need to be prepared to attain enlightenment. This is not something that you could just get haphazardly. This is serious business. So you need to be committed. And it's all so wonderful how everything comes back and it benefits you. And not only does it benefit you, but it benefits the people around you, and it just goes out and out and out. You know, it starts with you, and it goes to your family, and it goes to your community, and it goes to the country, and it goes to the world, all over the world. Everybody because, you know, everybody all over the world, we're all the same. Nobody's your enemy out there. Nobody's different. You know, all human beings want the same thing. And it's funny how, and not everybody understands that, and I would definitely like to get into that more, and I'm sure we're going to touch on it at a later time. The reason why I do this is because the world is in peril, and humanity itself is in peril. We need help. We need to have a different way of understanding and a different way of living. Now, I know I don't want this to sound like I'm not talking about some utopian, finite design. No, this world that we have and this life that we have is a wonderful world and a wonderful life, but you know, it could be better. It could be a lot better. We have to progress in a more positive way. We have to put an end to all the pollution. We have to stop all the wars and the murder and the bloodshed and all these mass shootings. We have to learn how to help and heal the psychology of humanity. And it all comes down to the way that, you know, we've evolved. You know, we've evolved psychologically with certain traits that we need to become aware of and we need to get rid of. But we'll get into that piece later. I don't want to get too far off track. Oh, by the way, go check out my website that's coming up. And I got a lot of stuff on there, my daily Zen challenges that really make it easy to pick out certain areas in your life that you need to improve, like exercise, health, maybe with anger issues or whatever it is. And you can pick out, there's just tons of stuff on there and it's really cool. And you could have the chance to be Zen for a day, and I really lay it out for you and I give you the mindset that you need to really be Zen for the day. So, you know, it's not like a lifetime commitment right off the bat. You could just say, I'm going to approach every negative thought and every negative situation today with a positive attitude, and you'll be amazed at how much you learn. And then at the end of it all, I got a reflection piece that you could download and print out, and it's kind of like a journal entry, but I got the questions on there for you already, and you really goes through and you could think back and reflect on what you learned through all these little practices and being Zen for the day. So it's pretty awesome. Go check it out. That's another cool thing about my Zen challenge. You know, once you do these challenges, and there's one in there on physical health too, you know, you devote your whole day, a 24-hour period to physical health. And then, you know, like I said, and you keep doing it. So when the second time that you do it, you know, you're always going up a level and up a level and up a level, and you're keeping a log, a reflection of what you've learned that day, and then you just kind of, you keep it in your routine. It becomes a habit. So it's awesome. I can't say enough good stuff about that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. If you need help, please reach out and let's get this thing going, because in the next episode, we're going to come back and we're going to go another step. And then we're going to do another step and another step and another step. Each of these videos is like a step on